Gavir's residence was hit last night. Benjamin Netanyahu's brother is reportedly dead, and Ben Gvir is reportedly severely injured and may not survive. Again, let me just pause because I'm overcome by emotion when genocidal maniacs have the tables turned against them. I will never shed a tear for anybody in Israel today. If you're in Israel today, you've made a conscious decision to remain in Israel as it's basically violated the law, committed genocide. It means that you are an active participant in an overall policy of greater Israel, which means you want to steal the land from sovereign nations that surround you. And to steal the land, you must depopulate the land. That means that you are going to carry out an Israeli version of Plan Ost, the Plan East, the Nazi plan to depopulate Belarus and in Western Russia, to eliminate millions of Slavs to make Lebensraum, living room for the greater German people. Israel is the modern manifestation of Nazi Germany. They are Nazis. This is not an exaggeration, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about literally the worst people on the planet. Literally the worst people on the planet reside in this artificial entity called Israel that no longer has a right to exist. Whatever the world thought about when they created Israel in 1948, that no longer exists, because that Israel has become an illegal, parasitic attachment to humanity. And the fact that Iran is in the process of erasing Israel from the map of the earth, I'm not going to shed any tears. If you live in Israel, leave Israel. Leave. And when you leave, don't bring your sick ideology with you. Go and join other nations and hopefully integrate into them and live peacefully, harmonious, a long and fruitful life. But the idea of greater Israel driving a nation like the United States, nations in Europe, to commit acts of racist genocide, because this is what it is. This is literally about the white man's burden. This is white versus brown, straight up. And if you're an Arab and you don't know that, if you live in the Gulf Coast nations and you don't understand that you're just an inferior human being in the eyes of the Israelis, I mean, I as an American, a white American, know that. I'm a goy. Goyim. And they told me straight to my face, you're subhuman. Okay, I get it. That's why I hate you. And I will fight you, because nobody wants to be called subhuman. But, imagine, being an Arab, knowing that your government has bent the knee to Israel, knowing that they've agreed to the Abraham Accord, which perpetually subordinates the Gulf Arab states to greater Israel, knowing that they have allowed Israel to call the shots, knowing that Israel has drawn them into a war that's now going to destroy their economies. I wouldn't be very happy. There's reports of the people in the streets of Bahrain seeking to overthrow the king. Please do. The model you should use is the model that was used against the Hashemites in Iraq. Yeah, I'm sorry. That meant the family was taken out, butchered, and dragged through the streets. But basically, that's what should happen to illegitimate royal families that have ruled only because they are the byproduct of British colonialism in the region. They have no legitimacy to rule. They're not anointed by God. They weren't selected by the people. They were picked by the British, and the British continue to manipulate them. And now the United States has taken over. Now Israel has taken over. So basically, the Arab people of the Middle East are governed by people who have allowed themselves to be subordinated to, neo-colonial actors, whether it's the British, Americans, or the Israelis. That's the truth. The only nation that doesn't do that is Iran. And that's why we're attacking Iran, because Iran doesn't play the game. Iran is a sovereign state. Iran does what the Iranian people want them to do. And they have a government that is supported by the Iranian people, which is why we will never overthrow it.